our visualization project, we decided to look at obesity rates and population growth over the last 6 years, starting all the way back in 2005. Initially, we looked at population growth and obesity growth at a state level, and then we moved over and decided to look at it by region, which you'll see over here, with 4 regions: West, South, Midwest, and Northeast. So first, I want to look at the population changes and obesity rates at a state level. So I'll go ahead and play it through all the way, and then we'll go back and look at some trends at the state level. And you can see there's a slight drop after 2005, but then that obesity rate climbs right back up. States like Mississippi, West Virginia, Alabama, Louisiana, and Tennessee continue to remain pretty high. Colorado down here was the lowest at approximately 21%. So they stayed continuously low and didn't break that 20% barrier until about 2009, which was well after the rest of the United States had done so. California, if you'll also notice, makes a small change and drop after 2010, right here. And even with population growth, doesn't really change very much as far as that obesity rate goes. Now, after looking at this, we realized that these southern states really do account for the majority of those high obesity rates. So from there, we decided to break this data into regions. And I'll go ahead and discuss each one with you. Let's look first at the South, which is going to be this yellow dot right here. Now, the South makes a slight drop after 2005, but continues to climb up through 2010. After 2010, we do see a slight drop, but the South had a change in population about 15 million. So that was definitely the biggest population change across the board. Next, let's look at the West down here. The West had a population growth of about 7 million over the course of this 6 years. Looking at about a 3% increase in obesity. So the obesity is slowly growing, but those western states aren't really growing as fast as their obesity rates are. Finally, we're going to look at the Midwest and the Northeast. This is going to be the Northeast, and this is the Midwest. What's interesting about both of these regions is that there's a lot of growth in the obesity rate, roughly about 4% for both of those regions. Well, the population stays within about 2 million of the population in 2005 and the final population in 2011. So let's go ahead and play it one more time and look at these two dots. Again, there's that slight drop after 2005, and then we continue to climb up. And for that small population change, the obesity in both of these regions is increasing at an alarming rate. So it's interesting to see gathering the data from the state level all the way up to regional level. For population growth, the South is very consistent. But as far as the Northeast and the Midwest goes, we're seeing small population changes with vast increase in obesity.